Novocaine is the newest film in theaters starring Jack Quaid and Amber Midthunder, and follows a bank manager who has a condition of which he can't feel any pain. The bank gets robbed and his girlfriend gets kidnapped and he's trying to get her back. I've been a fan of Jack Quaid for a little while. I enjoyed him in Companion and I really like him in The Boys, so to see him in a leading role like this was really fun. And yeah, he is very fun in this, let's be real. I want to talk about what I did like first, and what I did like is the comedy. Usually in action comedies, I find them quite bland, I find them quite generic, but Novocaine strikes a pretty solid balance between comedy and heart. There's an extra added element to it, considering that he can't feel any pain, so when he does get hit, he kind of just stands there and takes it, which leads to some pretty cool slapstick moments. I also really like the relationship between Jack Quaid and Amber Midthunder. I think the chemistry bounces off each other pretty well, and where the relationship goes is pretty interesting, especially with the twist, which I will not reveal. It also does this thing of which I've been looking for in films, which is calling back to something that happens in the beginning, but a lot of films kind of forget about it. This one brings it to the plot, and I really enjoyed the fact that the film does that, especially for a film which leans into the comedy of the situations a lot. There are a couple things that I weren't a fan of. In particular, I weren't a fan of the villain. I think he was pretty lame, but for a comedy, it's whatever. There are some tropes of which it does, where you think that the villain's dead, and then he comes back, and then he's dead again, and then he comes back. Stupid shit like that, which happens in a lot of films, so I kind of excused it. There are also moments in here which felt like a comedic John Wick. And that's a bit of an issue, especially where John Wick is this big, like, franchise, and then you've got films like Novocaine which tries to emulate it, but in a comedic twist. For some reason, John Wick can get away with logistical errors. For instance, that scene in John Wick 4 where he's fighting in Paris, I believe, which is very funny. Like, people getting beaten up left, right, and center, and cars are still driving. Like, logistical errors like that, which kind of get on my nerves sometimes. Novocaine does something similar, but with the police force, of which kind of got on my nerves after a while. Regardless, I think that Novocaine is a pretty fun time. It's great to see Jack Quaid in a film of which will allow his comedic elements to come out, because when I did see the trailer, I initially thought this was just going to be a misfire. Like, trailers recently haven't really been interesting me, but I'm very surprised to report that I enjoyed Novocaine quite a lot. It's not a perfect film. No film is ever perfect, unless you're this. But if you're looking for a turn your brain off fun time, Novocaine is definitely that film for you. So those are my thoughts on Novocaine. Thank you guys for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.